used to know what happens when the world ends. At least this is an okay bar for running into you.
Let's just ignore the mascara all over my face. I don't know why. Currently reading Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I have literally started trying to read this so many times now. I'm hoping that I can like finally get through it, but I'm like 20% through the book now. So both of them, Brianna and Jacob, are two main characters. They are both doctors, and they're basically just getting to know each other. Jacob is new to the hospital. Brianna is going through a divorce. This also isn't necessarily a series, but they're like interconnected standalones. Yeah, they have the same characters kind of. Like Brianna, which is the main character in this, was a character in Part of Your World. Why do I look like a raccoon? I don't know. Hi guys, I wanted to give a update on my reading. Still reading Yours Truly. I'm about 60% through the book. I'm on page 241 and I am pleasantly surprised. I'm actually really enjoying this book, so I'm very happy about that. I'm thinking the one book I already read from her, Part of Your World, was maybe just a one-time thing where I didn't like that book specifically. I will say Abby Jimenez does put just like very weird things into her book. I don't even know how to explain it. I was talking to my boyfriend about it and he was like, yeah, I feel like that's just like a real life thing that would happen. I don't even remember any examples, but like very real life, so I can see why she's putting it into there. But other than that, I'm loving the story so far. It's touching so much on like anxiety, and I feel like personally I have always thought that I have never experienced anxiety, and the way that this author is describing Jacob and his feelings and like what he's thinking inside his head is so relatable. I'm like, do I have anxiety? I think that I do. I feel like I do a little bit, but his is so extreme and I feel like I'm the same way. So I'm like, maybe my anxiety is way worse than I think. Even when it comes to like talking to people or hanging out with people, like I get so anxious. Like, what are we gonna talk about? What are they gonna think of me? That's what the main character struggles with a lot, and I just feel like that's so relatable. Unfortunately, I'm like, that's not normal to feel that way. I'm hoping to finish it this weekend. I will keep you guys updated. Hi guys, I don't really remember the last time that I filmed. Like, I don't know how many days ago it was. Almost finished with Yours Truly. I'm on chapter 40, about 83% into the book, so I'm almost finished. It's so hard because I've spread out this book. I feel like I've been reading this book for so long. I started it literally beginning of May and I'm just now like finishing it, and I've just been reading it sporadically. If I were to read this all at once, I feel like I would like it so much more because I'm like trying to remember what has happened and like why the characters are acting a certain way. So that is like all my fault, but overall I do think that it's a really good book. One thing that is really frustrating is the miscommunication in this book. It is like a really big problem throughout the whole book. As much as I hate it, it's so relatable. Like, I did not realize how much like both main characters just overthink so much and make up these fake scenarios in their head that are not true. And I literally do that all the time. A huge issue in my relationships with other people. Like, if they would just talk, they would know how each other feels. And like, I literally do that. So I can't even be mad. But I can see how frustrating it is for like people in my life to have to experience that and be like, why can't you just talk? It's like, I don't know. I'm just anxious and I'm scared of what you're gonna think. And like, yeah, I'm getting so much into this, but that is something that is very relatable. I am gonna go ahead and finish off this book. I'm gonna finish it tonight, probably within the next hour, and then hopefully we can start another book tonight. It's currently the 26th of June. I don't think I'm gonna be doing a new TBR for July just because this is literally the only book on my TBR that I got through this month. I'm just gonna continue reading my books on my June TBR throughout the month of July, so that's the plan. I'm not exactly sure which book I'm gonna start next. Let's go ahead and finish this one up. Okay guys, hi. I wanted to update. I haven't even started Ruthless Vows yet. I fully planned on starting it, or tried to start it 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Yeah, I read the first like page and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot what happened at the end. Not that I didn't forget what happened at the end, but the politics of it, I feel like I'm gonna have to kind of refresh on that. There's like 2 different gods in it. I don't know, I just need to like remember who they are, what they are, all of that. But I'm gonna read it on my Kindle, I think. I really need to fix these stickers. Yeah, it's on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm gonna get on my Kindle and start reading on there. What else? Oh yeah, so instead of reading that, I actually have been reading a different book. This is gonna be very personal, but I've been reading, it is called Healing Your Lost Inner Child. I'm 40% through it, and the amount of times that I've cried while reading this book is crazy. I feel like everyone should read this book, honestly. I'm not even halfway done with it, and I just feel like anyone can take away at least something from it, and it's really good. Yeah, I bought that on Kindle and I've been reading that. But yeah, I have time tonight. I'm gonna start with Ruthless Vows. I plan on going to work out soon. What time is it? It's 7 o'clock right now. Usually I go to the gym a little bit later, like 7:30, 8 o'clock, so I'll probably go around 8. It's a Friday night, it's not going to be busy at all, so I'm not worried about that, but I just want to chill and read for a little bit. I just opened an Alani. This is not one of my favorite flavors. This is the Cosmic Stardust, but it's all I have, so I'm drinking it tonight. I just wanted something to kind of give me some energy before I go to the gym. I also have had a headache today, so I know this will help me get rid of that. Let's go ahead and start reading Ruthless Vows. I hope that I like it. So quick update on my reading before I go to the gym. I am 12% into the book now, which is almost 50 pages. And you guys, I've literally just fallen back into the story again. I thought that I forgot so much that had happened, but like just reading it, I feel like I'm remembering everything. I love that the author is doing a good job of like kind of touching on things that happened just to like jog my memory. It's basically just starting off where the first book ended. I don't even know if I said this is the second book after Divine Rivals, which is a YA romantasy book. I'm trying to think of what I rated Divine Rivals. I feel like I gave it like 3.75 stars. I don't remember if it was exactly a 4-star. I liked it, but I didn't love it as much as everyone else did. This one I've heard is a lot more politics heavy and just focuses a lot more on the war that's happening, which I feel like is fine because honestly I didn't really connect to the romance part of Divine Rivals that much. I liked it, but it wasn't like I was like obsessing over it. It's literally such a fast read. Like, I just feel like I'm flying through it already. So I'm gonna go work out and then I will pretty much read for the rest of the night. We'll see how far I can get tonight. I'm so excited. I'm finally out of my slump. I pretty much have only finished 1 book so far this month in June, and it's almost like the end of June. It's the 28th right now. So I'm like, if I can get through like maybe 2 books this weekend, I feel like that will be really good. Let's just literally ignore how I look right now. I'm not feeling the best today, so I wanted to give you guys an update. I feel like I have not talked to you guys in so long. I've been so bad at filming recently. I feel like moving into this apartment has just change is like really hard for me sometimes, and just adapting to a new environment. I've been still reading books in series, so I feel like even though I haven't filmed a ton, I've still been like trying to stick to my goal of continuing the series. I did end up finishing A Court of Wings and Ruin. Guys, this took me like all of June to finish. I ended up finishing it while listening to the audiobook just because it was so much quicker than me like sitting down and reading it, especially while I was kind of in a reading slump as well. And then I did end up finishing this as well. I finished this not too long ago. This book was so cute. I loved it so much more than I loved Divine Rivals. I feel like a lot of people don't like it because it's a lot more like politics and just is based a lot more on the war that's going on. But I don't know, I feel like I really enjoyed that. It felt more like a fantasy than a romantasy. I don't know, I just found it very interesting. It did kind of get a little bit slower at some points, but overall I loved the book. What there was of the romance, I loved that. You can just tell the 2 characters truly love each other, like deep down no matter what. And then currently I am reading the 4th book in the Chestnut Spring series. I'm reading Reckless. So this is about Theo and Winter. So Winter is Summer's sister, which Summer is the female main character in Flawless, which is the 1st book in the series. So it's her sister. And then Rhett is Theo's mentor. So Theo kind of goes around with Rhett throughout their bull riding stuff. I'm about 30% into this book right now. I am enjoying it. There's a trope in here which it's just so much different than what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but there's like a huge gap of time that just happened so early on in the book. I'm gonna continue reading this. It's a super quick read. I've read 30% in like one day, so it's taking me not that long to get through, so I'm sure I could probably finish it today. Like I said, I'm not feeling the greatest, so I'm not really gonna be doing a whole lot. Super bad. Like, I don't even know. I just have so much like pressure in my head. I've been so tired and I don't know what is going on, but I'm gonna try to read as much as I can. Let's go ahead and continue this book. I'm reading it on my Kindle. It's on Kindle Unlimited, so I got it on there. It is a lot of hours later. I wanted to do a bit of a reading update. I have gotten to 51% of Reckless. I'm actually enjoying it a lot more. I feel like it's getting better. I just wasn't expecting the way that it started out, but I'm starting to enjoy it now. I really love the male main character in this book. The female, she's a little bit more grumpy, but I feel like she kind of explains, or is like starting to explain, why she is the way that she is. The dynamic is super interesting. I'm on chapter 22. I'm page 235 in. Yeah, hopefully I can finish this book today. I really want to film a video at some point. Pretty sure since I've been in this house I have not filmed a sit down video, which is just crazy. I need to do like my book tag video for like my mid-year recap. I will keep you guys updated when I finish this book and my final thoughts and everything, and then we can kind of recap all of the books that I've read in this video and my final thoughts. I'm clearly in the car. I was at the library for a really long time. I was editing a bunch of videos and I ended up finishing Reckless, the 4th book in the Chestnut Spring series, and I just wanted to give you my thoughts now before I forget. So yes, I finished it on my Kindle, and you guys, it was actually so cute. I have honestly loved every book in that series. Like, I feel like they're all really good. I love Elsie Silver's writing, but this one I would say is definitely probably my second favorite. Flawless is my first favorite. I love that book so much. It's the first one, and then this one I would say is definitely second, and then probably Heartless, and then Powerless so far. I still have Hopeless to go, which is Beau's story. I'm really interested to see. I think it's a fake dating trope. I feel like it is. I'm not 100% sure. We've gotten so little of Beau in like the whole series, so I'm really interested in his story. I don't know, I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on it. It's like a lot of people's least favorite book. I'm intrigued and I'm really excited to finish that series. Last one of the series. That is my thoughts on it. I loved it. I love Theo. I love just the whole dynamic. It's just so good. Like, I feel like there was not a part in the book that I did not love, besides the very first part. Just like the gap of time was, I don't know, it wasn't weird, it was just very unexpected, and I feel like that's just something so small to judge a book on that I'm like, Alyssa, like, why does that bother you? I don't know. Yeah, besides like that, which really shouldn't matter, I feel like there was nothing that I did not like about the book. So it did not give me 5-star feelings, I will say, but overall I really enjoyed it, and I was like smiling when I was reading the last part of it. It was so cute. At some point either today I will recap all of the books that I read, tell you guys my final ratings and thoughts on them. Hi guys, I wanted to fully finish this video and do like a wrap up of all of the books that I read. So I ended up getting through 4 books in this video, which were all part of series, so I'm so happy that I either finished series or continued them. First book that I read was Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Again, this is not necessarily a series, it is an interconnected standalone, but I wanted to knock this off my TBR. This has been on my TBR for so long. I was dreading reading it, but I'm so happy that I did. Yeah, honestly, I feel like even looking back, I'm like loving it more than I thought that I did. Somebody commented on my video the other day that I like talk badly about a book, or like talk about the things I don't like in a book, and then I end up giving it a high rating as in like a 3 or 4 star. And honestly, to me, a 3 stars, it's like not a high rating, but it also, I just feel bad giving anything below a 3 star. Like for me, anything below a 3 star is really bad, which I know is not necessarily true, but like I have to really dislike it. I commented back, I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't rate books until like a month after, when I can fully sit with it and think about it. But I feel like that's just not the fun part about reading. Like the fun part is like how you feel about it right away, because obviously like you forget what happens and like there's a reason that you rate it a certain way. I don't know. Either way, I think I gave this 4.25 stars. I feel like I still stand by that. Maybe even like a 4.5, honestly. Sometimes I only think about the things that I didn't like in it, and that's why I am so hesitant to give it a higher rating. But I truly did love so much about this book. There was a few scenes that were a little bit weird to me, or that it's not even that I didn't like it, they were just like odd, I guess. I'm just gonna stick with the 4.25. I did end up loving the end of this, especially the notes that they wrote to each other were so cute, and the way that the story ended was just so wholesome, and I loved it. 4.25 stars. I just rambled about that for so long, I'm so sorry. And then this one I didn't necessarily show in this video, but I did finish it, and it is a part of a series, so might as well throw it in here. So I did read the 3rd book in that guitar series, A Court of Wings and Ruin, and oh my god, this book is so big. What did I rate this? I think I gave it a 4 star. I love this series. I felt like this book was a little bit drawn out. Kind of just expected what was going to happen at the end for some reason. Not that it was like so vividly given away. That's just my opinion on it, and overall I did still enjoy it. I still enjoy the characters. There's nothing that is pointed out to me that I didn't like about it. It was just boring at times. Not the whole thing, but at some points I was like, I didn't want to pick it up. And then I finally read Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. This is the 2nd book after Divine Rivals, and I think, what did I give this? I gave this, I don't even remember what I gave this. So I also ended up giving this 4 out of 5 stars. Going into this, I fully expected it to be more politics heavy, just because of what people had said. I think I said this before, but I enjoyed that just because the romance personally was not something that I was super connected to in the 1st book. I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that it was in 3rd person, and I wasn't like able to feel or really like see the emotions that both of the characters were feeling for each other. It was obviously told in 3rd person, and you can't always get inside the character's head that way. I really did enjoy this, honestly. I feel like it wrapped up very well, and the ending was super cute. Even though I may not have connected a ton to the relationship, I still did like it. It just wasn't something I was like so obsessed with. I'm so happy I finally finished this duology. The last book I read in this video was Reckless by Elsie Silver. This is the 4th book in the Chestnut Spring series. I loved this book so much. This is another one where like thinking back to it, I'm like, I just love it so much. Every book in the Chestnut Spring series I've given like a 4 star or above. I think I gave this 4.5 stars. Yeah, I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars. I truly love this. I loved Theo in this so much. Winter is such a strong character. I just love deep conversations and revelations between characters, and like figuring out why they are the way that they are. I don't know why, I just really enjoyed that. Yeah, we did see quite a lot of that in this story. The way that everything wrapped so neatly in a bow at the end was so beautiful, and of course getting to see all of the other characters from this series in this book. Like, as the series continues, you just see more and more characters from the series, and I just love every part of that. Definitely second favorite in the series. But I think that is everything for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you have read any of these books, comment your thoughts down below and let me know how you felt about them. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. We are so close to 12,000 subscribers. We may already hit it by the time this video goes up, I don't know, but we are so close and I'm so excited and so grateful. So thank you guys again. That is everything. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.